Hello everyone, this is a very quick video just highlighting some settings in Gotham Knights. The in-game settings, I didn't check them myself until very late in my playthrough and I wish I checked them sooner. They're very beneficial. It's just 3 or 4 settings that you can change that's going to improve your experience. That's what this video is, and if you did overlook these settings as well, I think this video will be very helpful. So simply just bring up the in-game settings, press options, go over to options, and you've got these settings here. Now on this first page here, I think this is already switched on. I wasn't sure when I was going back on them, but if it's not, turn photo mode quick access on. This means that when you're in the open world, you can just press left on the D-pad and then a wheel will come up and you can access the photo mode really quickly rather than pressing options and then photo mode. It's just quite handy. I think it may be on by default. I'm not too sure, so I thought I'd quickly mention that. Everything else here is default. You can also change your difficulty while you're playing the game, so if you're not quite happy with the difficulty that you've chosen at the start, just come here, change it to whatever you want it to be. Audio settings I haven't touched, but obviously as always you can alter the audio there. Graphics I haven't touched, but you can change them if you want to. This is the kind of graphic settings you choose at the start when you first load up the game. And in the UI I did change a few things here, or just one maybe, and it's really good, I think, because I don't know about you, but when the in-game loading screens come on, so you can see here auto dismiss loading screens, basically it'll load in and there'll be like a bat symbol loading and it changes to a continue. The amount of times I was sat there just waiting for the loading screen to go off like it would with most games is unbelievable, and this is set to off by default for some reason. So if this is you as well and you're just sitting there and you're not realizing that it comes up to press X or whatever to go forward, well, turn this on and it will automatically do it for you. That's probably one of my favorite settings in the whole menu, I'm not going to joke. And then a few other settings that I changed is under accessibility. Now, not a lot of people would think about looking at all of these. If you scroll down right to the bottom, there's 2 settings here that I do think really improve the gameplay. So if you're getting frozen in combat, I'll show you a clip in a minute of how this works. It requires you to keep on tapping X, and you got to tap it quite quick to get out of that frozen stance that you're in, and then you can continue the combat. Well, you can switch this to tap once. It's on by default to tap repeatedly, but do it tap once. You literally just got to press it once and you'll escape that ice. Really makes it much easier when you do get trapped by ice. And on the other hand, there's the interactive trigger, which by default is set to hold. So there's some things you got to interact with in the game. You got to hold the button for a bit. We'll change it to tap, and you just need to tap it. There's just a few settings there that are going to improve your experience, especially this frozen status one when you get frozen, and as I said with the UI one, that loading screen one, the auto dismiss loading screen, I think this should just be on by default anyway. And as I said, here's just a little clip here of that in action. I'm about to get frozen here, and rather than tap X repeatedly, literally just had to tap it once. This actually makes this fight in particular much more easier, because having to tap it takes much longer, and you're going to take more damage having to do that, whereas just tapping it, you're out, you can carry on with the combat. And that's it really. I know there's a lot of other settings you might want to have a look at, and there might be other preferences for you, but they're the settings that I changed that really did improve the game experience for me. If you did enjoy this video, do hit like and share to support it. Subscribe if you're new as well. Got a lot of Gotham Knights content coming, but that's the end. Thank you for watching. Until the next one, stay safe and peace out.